Okay, so let's move on and see what are the common issues that come up in OBPAS drawing and how to resolve them. So right here I have a sample scrutiny report, and if you see, there is no information that is filled in at this point. If you go to built up area, it is showing 0. There is no values getting populated in any of these fields. That means that the scrutiny itself hasn't started happening. There is some issue with the drawing because of which the scrutiny is not being able to done for the specific project. So if you go down, you can find the error summary. So whenever you find an error summary similar to this, and you have a statement called your drawing may be rejected due to one of the following reasons, then you can understand that the drawing will have some kind of issue related to these 4 points. So there must be something wrong or issue happening inside the drawing because of which this generic statement is being given. So you just have to concentrate on these 4 points, and your scrutiny will start getting read. The entire drawing bylaw provisions will start getting read once you resolve these 4 issues. So you can leave the remaining set of errors whenever you have this statement there. First thing that you have to do, you have to resolve this, only then go to the other errors. So let's go to the drawing and check one by one what are the issues that might be there in the drawing. So as you can see, the first thing that we had to check was the plan info. Here, as you can see, there is a plan info present and the layer name is also correct. So we can assume that there is no issue with the plan info. So the next thing is building footprint layer not present. So let's go to the drawing and check if we have made the building footprint layer or not. So to do that, the best thing that we do is we can go to the layer properties and just select all the layers and turn it off. In this way, we are isolating only the required layer and inspecting that only. So we'll just switch on the building footprint layer and see if is it fine or not. As you can see, we have already made the building footprint layer. So the second point is also correct. The third is built up area layer not present. And the fourth is also similar to built up area only if built up area layer color code is not defined as per drawing manual. So we can assume that there is something wrong with the built up area layer. So let's isolate it and then we'll identify what's the issue. So I'll just switch off all the layers and switch on only the built up area layer. So in this project, we have 2 floors. So I'll switch on the block 1 floor 0 built up area and block 1 floor 1 built up area. So there should be only 2 polygons present, not more than that. So the first thing that we see here is we can see that even though we have prepared 2 polygons, by mistakenly we have made another line and that has the layer name block 1 floor 1 built up area. So this is the reason why the error is coming. On each floor there should be only 1 polygon. There shouldn't be any line or layer that we have created which is not required for the drawing. So we'll just go ahead and delete it. The next thing we'll do is we'll check if the color code is correct or not for the built up area. So we can see that block 1 floor 0 built up area, the layer name is correct, and we have also assigned the color code 11 to properties. Now clicking on floor 1, we see that the layer name is correct, but under properties part, it is by layer. It's not the color code that should be assigned to it. So this is another reason why the drawing error is coming. What we'll do is instead of by layer, we'll assign that specific color code here. So under index color, we'll just assign the color 11 for residential detached. Let's switch back on the remaining layers. I'll just save the file quickly and we can test again. So let's do the scrutiny once again and see if we are able to resolve the issue or not. Let's So the scrutiny is done. Let's open the scrutiny report. Now, as you can see, all the required fields have been populated. If you compare it to the earlier report, there was no field that was filled in from the drawing. All the information was empty because bylaw provisions and scrutiny was not happening in this drawing. So after we rectified these 4 points, our scrutiny has been completed and the entire bylaw provisions have been validated. So as you can see, all the information from the drawing is getting captured. And coming to the another common issue that comes up, the statement might be similar to other layers also. So here, as you can see, it is written block 1, level 0, rear setback is not closed. So whenever you get a similar uh, error stating that some specific polygon is not closed, the only thing you have to do is you have to go back to the drawing, select the polygon that is not closed, and then use the command pedit to close that polygon. So I'll use pedit, then enter, then C enter for close. So this has closed the rear side polygon. Let's see if there's any other issues happening inside the drawing. So as one another thing that we see here is the setback permissible, it is 2. So this means that the project we are scrutinizing is being considered as other than low risk. So if you go to the top side under risk type in the inside the declaration, you can see other than low risk. So, but if we are sure that a project is low risk and we are meeting all the 5 criteria that are considered under low risk, then there might be a case that our plan info information that we filled inside the plan info that might be incorrect. That's why it is showing permissible as 2 and not 1. And when you see inside the drawing, the remaining criteria have been met. The plot area is less than 500, building height is less than 10, everything is fine according to the drawing. The only thing that we have to see is the plan info. So if you see this point, is the plot part of layout approved by the authority and developed? Here we have given the statement as no. So we'll just convert this from no to yes and save the drawing again. Now hopefully the 2 remaining errors also has been rectified. Just copy this and let's scrutinize the drawing again and see if we are able to resolve all the issues. We'll wait for the system to scrutinize the entire drawing. And as you can see, the message has been given that the drawing has been accepted. All the errors has been removed and setback also is now coming under the low risk category. You see the risk type, it is considered as low risk. So to just give us to summarize the entire thing that we were doing, these were the 3-4 common issues that comes up in drawing. One is the layer name or the color code. Just check whenever that issue is coming regarding the 4 statements that you see. Just check for the built up area, plot boundary, building footprint, and plan info. Most probably one color code might be missing, or inside the properties it might be mentioned as by layer. So just change from by layer to the respective color code that you have to show. Each polygon for built up area should be allocated to a single respective color code. Similarly, just check if any unwanted layers or any unwanted line, polygon, anything that you not are required, it is not required to be in the drawing. Is it named as a OBPS layer name or not? So if there is any line mistakenly named as plot boundary or built up area or anything, just delete that unwanted line or polygon and just keep the polygons that you actually need to make the drawing and nothing more. And also just check if there are multiple polygons created for plot boundary or building footprint or anything. Just delete those respective unwanted polygons by just isolating the required layers from the layer property. And finally, just check that all the layers that you have made, the polygons, is it closed or not by using the pedit command. So these were the common issues that could come up inside your drawing.